Hello people, my name is James Williams Jr. Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is the only video I'm going to make tonight after you've seen my Uncle Gets Beat by a Demon Troll videos. So, if you're watching, I had a fairly decent night in class. I mean, I've been panicking since I had to do the report on bullying. So, I'm not going to lie. I got a little nervous. Now, I shouldn't be nervous as an actor, independent filmmaker, which you guys have no idea who I am, but anyway. For that, acting and talking in front of camera, it shouldn't have been that bad for me to be that nervous, but I was, and it was a touchy subject. And to be honest, touchy subjects are the worst, because anything that hits home hurts more, and most of us don't show it. A lot of us are afraid to show emotions, and I'm like everyone else. I'm also afraid to show emotions. I have not had the perfect life, but acting gives us a way of being someone else other than ourselves for a day. I'm sure you're all thinking, what is this video about? I'm about to make my point now. As an independent filmmaker, as an actor, as a person who's trying to break into this business, I have been trying to break into this business since the year 2000, technically 1999, and my first film, Fallen Dragons, is on Kung Fu Havoc number 1, I think. No, excuse me, it's not on anything, because YouTube didn't exist then. So I have to find that and put that up. But Fallen Dragons is my first movie, and that didn't get published. I did another movie with me doing weapons and things, and that also didn't get published because it was made on a VHS tape. I have no idea where it is, but I'm not going to recreate it. But in that movie, I did a multitude of Asian weapons. I did the Chinese fighting fan, I did the sai, I did the bow staff, I did the nunchucks. I did some other stuff to one of the rappers who sung the song How Dare You, and this is like before all copyrights and shit started becoming a problem. So they're out there somewhere. I had to find them. I also did some videos on VHS with my arts acting teacher, Mr. Ruff, and I also did some stuff that was not filmed in high school with Miss Stapleton. And thanks to them, I have been doing my best to get into acting, and I have been failing at it miserably by that. So you guys can get a good laugh at that, but it is the truth. I have been failing at it miserably. The thing with getting your foot in the door, that's where I'm stuck at. I can't seem to get my foot in the door. And that does not give me an excuse to not keep going. If anything, it fuels my fire. Now, the problem is, I'm not as healthy as I was. When I started this gig, I was super healthy, and I was technically the king of Kung Fu because no one could really beat me. I still hold that title, if anybody wants to be stupid enough to attempt that. Even though the doctor said no Kung Fu, when your back's against the wall, you'd be amazed at what you can do. Anyway, the point I'm making on this video is that we as people tend to not pay attention to other people. We don't pay attention to how we affect other people's lives, and we don't generally think before we speak. I'm totally guilty of that. The problem is that I own everything that I do. Everything. I cuss a lot. So when I usually make a video that I don't want children to hear, it's generally the first thing I say on my videos. If you're under 15, you probably should be watching Power Rangers or something, and if the Power Ranger people are watching, I could use a job. I can still kick a little bit. I just can't do anything fancy. I learned that like 2 weeks ago trying to do a tornado kick. Anyway, moving on. Acting is it's a tough business. Alright? And sadly, I will say this because as an American citizen, and I have a right of free speech, America is the only place in the world where you can't have the career you want in your home state. With the studios that came to Virginia with the lie that they disguised as a promise of Hollywood East that has never happened, I'm kind of upset about that. And that studio is in Petersburg. I will not honor them with giving their name out, especially since they just released Hellboy. And they've done a lot of Kung Fu movies, but in 2000 when I tried to get a job, when they opened up, they told me, we don't do Kung Fu movies. We don't do scary movies. See how far that's gotten. I'm in this business to make movies. I'm not so much in this business to make money. I don't really give a damn about the money. Feed me, shelter me, let's play. I have scripts. I'm ready to go. I don't have the material that I need monetary wise. I don't have money to build my own studio. Because if I did, actors who want to act, I'm down with giving them jobs. Everyone who's ever been in one of my films, they have work for free. And I thank you guys for that. Also, I have failed because I haven't been given the golden opportunities necessary. So why am I going to school for police science and criminal justice? Because here's the ultimate reality. I still need a job. Whether it's the dream job that I want, which is making kung fu movies or scary movies or science fiction movies. That's great, in theory. But when you get slapped in the face with reality and you need a job, I'm only getting so much money from the military. It's not enough to live off of, and I got an honorable discharge, but it's not enough to live off of. So I can't really complain because there's nothing really to complain about. It's my fault for not staying and getting a medical discharge. But I also didn't know how bad I was hurt. But also the way they were throwing things at me, I kind of like, well, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't because I want to work. Granted, I love to be doing more of those than what I'm doing now, but, I want to work. But I have a few medical issues that I need to discuss. So there's a big old scar right here on my hip. I've showed it to people on other videos. If you want to see it, I don't have a problem dropping trowel and letting you see it. If you've seen any of my videos here or any of my pictures on Facebook, then you know there's a big scar on my ass. So it's there. It's a real scar. It's not makeup and hair and things. But, to make the point, I'm limited now. I wasn't limited in the year 2000 when I was 27 years old and I had a bigger inferno burning inside me instead of this little match that's going now. But this little match is slowly building back up, which is why I'm making the video. I'm making the video to let you all know that though I only have 40 some odd followers, and I thank you all very much, I'm not done yet. The King of Kung Fu has not laid down and died. Yes, if you watch some of my singing videos, you understand why it's easier to do Kung Fu than to sing. But here's the thing. When you're in the entertainment business, it's a dog-eat-dog business. Most of it is a product of chance. Most of it is a product of luck. There are many actors who are only acting because they're pretty. Check that off for me. I'm definitely not pretty. I'm ugly, and I've been worse. But I'm grateful for having my face back after having it burnt the fuck off. So, some of us have to understand destiny doesn't work when you want it to. Destiny tends to pop up when you least expect it. On my hand, I have the opposite of what people have called a horseshoe up their ass. I don't have that. I have the worst thing possible. I have an anvil. That thing they beat to turn steel into swords. Yeah, I got one of those things that always fall on the coyote from Roadrunner. Come on, somebody's young enough to catch that reference. Anyway, I have a bunch of Acme products that don't work rammed up my rectum. Okay, so we're going to get off of that. The thing with making movies is that we want to make movies to make me happy. That's the whole thing. I just want to be happy. I don't want to live the next 40 years of my life sad. Sadly, I do need to graduate from school to get a job versus getting the career that I want. Now I'll tell you right now, if they called me tomorrow and said, we're going to give you a webisode series on Hulu or whatever the other channels are that have these webisode things, and maybe even Marvel or somebody be like, yeah, we're gonna make you a character, we're gonna put you in this, and we're gonna fly your ass down to Florida or up to Canada to film. We're gonna get you an acting coach, blah blah blah, to make sure everything's good. Your life's gonna change. Check that. You're damn right. I'll jump on that. I have a graphic novel, 2 actually. The second one's not finished, but I'm working on it because I do suffer with bouts of depression. A lot of actors have bouts of depression. And I'm touching on this because I think in a few weeks you're going to hear a lot more about actors that are going to be in trouble for fraud and money laundering and all that stuff. And that's what's going to bring me to the second video. Because I know I've been on here for 10 minutes and that's like 9 minutes too long of your life that you can't get back.